Thrice, in 1 week, I heard the phrase, marriage is a scam. It used to be that phrases like this would only come from women. But interestingly, two of those who said it to me were men. What's going on? Why are marriages failing? Why are relationships that were once so sweet so bitter now? It feels like there's an all-out war on the institution of marriage. The biggest issue in marriages then was that another woman had snatched someone's husband. But today, we now hear women are snatching women from their husbands and men are snatching men from their wives. As in, a man left his wife to be with another man. How do you even begin to rationalize this? So beyond the typical issues that used to plague marriages like cheating, cruelty, nagging, domestic abuse, mother-in-law palaver, poor finances, and sexual incompatibility, we are now faced with modern-day issues like social media addiction and brainwash, religious manipulation, economic inequality, drug addiction, and many more issues. So, where do you even begin to start dissecting marital issues? Because nothing has prepared anyone for the complexities involved in modern-day marriages or relationships. Is it the men who are unable to accept that women have become breadwinners and feel that they must physically and mentally subjugate them to feel a sense of manliness? Or is it the women who, once they have economic freedom, all they can now see is all the wrong that was done to them in the past? Money is now a god in relationships. There are women who cannot stay with their husbands or partners once they make a bit of money. They want men who reflect their new status, or they just don't feel the need to even have a permanent man in their lives. There are also men who must upgrade to a new wife or wives once they make money. The wife of their youth is just what the name implies, the wife of their youth. They are no longer youth, so she must go. Back in the days, it used to be that the single middle-aged lady was that person pitied in family circles. But today, she is the star who has demonstrated freedom from men and all issues concerning men. She can come and go as she pleases, choose which man graces her bed on a day-to-day basis, and she is celebrated for this. Those who are married want to be like her. Those who are not married want to be like her. The god of money has played a cruel trick on our world. Wives are now asking their husbands, anything for the girls? God help you if there's nothing for the girls. Men are no longer assessed by what they do for their wives or partners, but by what total strangers on social media do for their partners. So, shine, shine, flash. We are deceived by glamorous pictures and videos on social media and choose to despise what we have because of this. So many men fall out of love with their wives because of the dolled up long hair girls they see on Instagram with revealing outfits. They can't come last. Overnight, they start seeing their wives as ugly and no longer fit for purpose. A man who will grudgingly give his wife 15,000 naira for salon is prepared to spend 200,000 naira to buy hair for a small girl that is whining him on social media. Every day you will hear him telling his wife how fast she is. Why can't you walk like this? Why can't you talk like this? Why can't you be like this? Why can't? This also applies to women. Men are now doing tummy tuck and other forms of plastic surgery to please young girls, while women are in a competition to do all sorts of butt, tummy, and face jobs. All for what or who? We fail to understand that we can't feed the monster of insatiability, greed. Just take your time to question any man or woman who has left their marriage or plans to leave their marriage, what the issues are, and you will see that the reasons they give on Monday are different from the reasons they give you on Tuesday. They don't know what is pushing or pulling them, but they are in motion. The truth is that our world has changed on us. Our social cultural attitudes have changed drastically. The abnormal is more accepted than the normal. The number of people leaving the faith is increasing every day, and the impact is what we now see in a permissive world. Girls whose families were left in shame decades ago when their marriages failed or had kids out of wedlock, now have family and friends through divorce parties and baby showers for them. Nigerian families now have parties for their kids to come out of the closet or tell the world they are gay. A transgender known as Bobrisky is a social media sensation in Nigeria with tens of thousands of followers. This is our new normal. So those who expect marriages to thrive in a society that no longer recognizes or sets boundaries for the institution of marriage are probably asking for too much. My job today is to set the foundation for what I expect to be a 3-part series on the topic, is marriage a scam? I want to look at the issues raised by women who have left their marriages, such as infidelity, childlessness, extended family, financial security, self-fulfillment, domestic abuse, etc. Now, when I say etc., I mean a big etc. because the issues raised by women are a whole lot more than this. And even though I have tried to condense them into a broad range of topics, you will often find that this is a big mistake to make with women. They want all issues as detailed as possible. What of the men? What are their issues? Beyond the age-long wanting more women or wanting their wives to act, speak, walk, and cook like their moms, to nagging. Finances are also a big issue for men. There are so many issues to finances. Who is the breadwinner and how do they handle that role? Does being the breadwinner make you an emperor or empress? Are women supposed to be a little higher than domestic help, or are they equal partners in marriage? We will look at this and many more issues surrounding the complex issue of marriage next week. But before then, let me tell you an interesting story. A marriage suffered a crisis when their little son blurted out in front of visitors that he wanted another mommy. There was an awkward silence before the wife exploded and said, "The only reason why our son is saying this is because he has probably seen you with another woman or heard you telling your friends on the phone that you want to marry another wife." She broke down in tears and was inconsolable while the confused husband denied all the accusations. "How can my son say he wants another mommy?" she cried. The visitors did their best to console the woman, but she will have none of it. As far as she was concerned, the marriage was over. "I will leave before you bring another mommy for our kids," she said. As this was going on, the child runs back into the living room and one of the visitors asks him why he said he wants another mommy. And the innocent child looked at him and said, "Because 2 is better than 1. I also want another daddy," he said. Let me end this with a Bible scripture for you guys. Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." God bless you all.